Day two. It's currently October 4th, 2023. So, yeah, in case y'all don't know what's going on, basically the plan is to build a company through acquisitions. Basically, we're gonna buy businesses using bank loans and seller finance slash seller equity, whatever the terminology you want to use. There's different terms out there, but right now it is 12:30-ish. I just came home. I started my day at 7, and there's a couple things I'm thinking about right now. First of all, let me talk about what I did today. So, back to my weekly goals. Every day this week I'm gonna make my bed, affirmations, foundation stuff, right? But then there's also the offense and then the defense, right? So there's different factors. So I made my bed, I did affirmations, and then I did the offensive work, which is mostly today I was on LinkedIn. I'm trying to finish up my board of directors. I just need to find one more industry expert. And today I sent a bunch of messages, and I actually booked a meeting for tomorrow. I have a meeting tomorrow at 11 a.m. So yeah, I need to get some sleep for that. So I spent a couple hours on LinkedIn. I worked out, and basically the rest of my time was defensive work, which means from around like 12 o'clock till 12. So from 12 to 12, I was doing Uber. My goal is to do anywhere between $200 to $300 a day on Uber. However many days in the week, maybe 5, 6, maybe 7 days in a week, depending on my week. Another thing is I'm conflicted as to how much offensive work I need to do versus defensive work I should do. And yeah, if you count the hours, 7 till 12 at night, what is that? That's like 16, 17-hour day. So for me to sustain that within the week, I need to have at least 2 days where I catch up on my sleep. I used to do this in the past. I'm sure you guys don't know that, but I used to catch up on my sleep on Wednesday and on Sunday. And it used to work out perfectly fine that way. You see, I was debating if I should do Saturday and Sunday, but Saturday is money-making day. But the thing is, for my offensive work is extremely hard to do on Saturday and Sunday because no one wants to answer the phones, no one wants to get on meetings, no one wants to do any work. I can't call accounting firms and law firms. I'm sure they're closed on the weekends. There's so many of them. Maybe some of them might be open, but I'm just assuming that, like everything else, no one wants to work on the weekends. But I could do a lot of defensive work on Saturday. You make a lot of money if you work on Saturday. So maybe if I catch up on sleep Wednesday and Sunday, but tomorrow's Wednesday, and I'd rather work tomorrow. So we'll aim for just Sunday, maybe Thursday and Sunday. Anyways, yeah, there's a bunch of things on my mind. One thing about this series is that my goal is definitely not to share my doubts. And that's gonna be a common theme throughout this, something I'm gonna battle with, because, there's always stuff going on. But yeah, so back to what I was saying. I don't know how much offensive versus defensive work I should do. Like today, I should have been working on my accounting spreadsheet. I'm gonna make a spreadsheet with the best accounting firms in my area in Dallas. That's my area, Dallas, Texas. And I'm gonna make a sheet, top 100 accounting firms in my area, Also for the law firms, top 100 law firms in my area, and then find their regional and different firms that they have in the area. So some of them might have 3 different firms or offices to call. So from one, I might have 3 numbers. So the list should be anywhere between 100 to 300 options. And I'm going to be doing that for law firms and accounting firms. I don't know how long that's going to take, but I do need to work on that. I was debating if I should just pay someone to do it, but I think it's important that I do it myself. How much is it to pay someone? I need to find that out. I'm sure it's not expensive. If it's like 10, 20 bucks, maybe I'll do it. If it's like 50, 100-ish, I'd rather just do it myself. I'd rather do it myself anyways. Maybe I should dedicate a full day to that, but I really don't want to do that. What day should I do that? That's something I'm thinking about, offense versus defense. Like, did I really work hard enough today? Or am I like, maybe I should work right now? Another thing I'm struggling with is food. I'm barely finding time to eat. I ate breakfast today. I really don't eat I don't eat shit. I don't eat like shit food. But even if I did, it doesn't really affect my diet. Like, I'm not a big like junk food eater. I don't like sugar. I'm not into that kind of stuff. I'm into like fried chicken and like, not really pizza, but like food, not like junk food, not like donuts, like, fried chicken, wings, like stuff like that. I don't think it's a big deal if I eat that kind of stuff, but I had breakfast and then I had a very, very light meal that I ate at like the gas station when I was filling up gas. Yeah, another thing about Uber is I fill up a full tank of gas every day. That's like 35 bucks every day. And then, you can't eat for less than like 20 bucks nowadays. You literally cannot eat for less than that. So it's like 55 bucks every day that cut into expenses. So, yeah. Yeah, so let me talk about some of the stuff on the journey with the board members. So, every time I mention the board members, I'm like, dude, we're done with that. Like, we're next step. But yesterday I had a meeting with one of the accountants on my team. Super interesting guy. He's in his like late 50s. He's had an extremely extensive career, and now he just owns businesses. He doesn't do like accounting work anymore, but he has for most of his career. Blah blah. Anyways, he's in his late 50s. He's like hella fit. He's like super, he has a very fit physique, and I asked him about it, and he's always worked out all his life. And I always have people telling me like, man, one day you're going to lose it, blah, blah, blah. Everyone loses it. You're just like this because you're young. You should have seen me when I was young, blah, blah, blah. But my mindset, I'm always going to be working out, always. Even nowadays, like if I don't have that much time, if I just have like 30 minutes to work out, maybe 30 minutes here and then 30 minutes later in the day, you fill it in, you try to make it happen. Even if it's twice a week, 3 times a week, you can make it happen forever. It's always going to be something that I plan to do. And throughout our conversation, my age came up. He knows I'm 22, and he asked me tough questions like, where'd you get this idea? Why would a 22-year-old think that he could do this? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We had a great conversation. He asked good questions. Those are good questions to ask. Logical questions. I was glad to answer them. But here was the interesting part. It got to a point where he was like, yeah, what school did you go to? And I told him the college that I went to, university I went to, And he was like, yeah, what year did you graduate? And I was like, yeah, I decided not to graduate. And he looked at me, he was like, yeah, a lot of entrepreneurs don't decide to go to school. And he told me about how Michael Dell, the guy who made Dell computers, he went to UT at the same time that he did, and how Michael Dell was just some like nerdy kid in his dorm, just like working on computers all day. But I say that to say, I was very surprised by that. He was like, "Yeah, you're clearly an impressive guy. I like what you're doing. Blah blah blah. I'm on board." He thought I was impressive, and he was like, "It's impressive that a 22-year-old is trying to start his very first company." I also mentioned to him that I've tried to start stuff before, but I think it's in your benefit. As crazy as it sounds to a lot of normal people, it's just so obvious to me that it's actually very much in your benefit when you don't go to school. Blah, 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 backup plan. I understand backup plan. I understand that. Maybe I don't fully understand that, but it just doesn't make sense to me. I think it's better when you don't have a backup plan. I think people will want to loan you money more likely when you don't have a backup plan. They'll want to work with you more if you don't have a backup plan because they know you're all in. They know you're not going to run anywhere. You have nowhere to hide. It is more risky, but with risk comes reward. Everyone knows that. Everyone understands that. I am running out of time though. I'm going to start looking like a loser soon if I don't have anything to show for myself and I didn't go to school. Some people might say I'm at that point right now, and touche, maybe. If you want to look at me that way, go ahead. But look at the other kids my age. What are they doing? Are they any better off, really? Are they? A lot of them are in debt, oh yeah, I could talk about that too. I have some decent amount of debt. Nothing like 60,000, 100,000 student loan kind of insane kind of debt. I don't have any of that kind of debt. My debts right now, I'm paying them off. This month, I'm going to pay them off. I've had them for the last couple months. Been dealing with it. It's been a problem, And what do? I take care of problems. So, yeah, paying off my debts. You got to look at the other people my age, man. If you're going to be fair, if you think you're fair and you're saying the truth, I can always go back to school. If I want to make the mistakes in my life, I got to make them when I'm young. I got to make them when I have room for error. When you're 40 years old and you have a big family and you have a mortgage and you pay for car payments, it's going to be a lot harder to take risks, And like I said, I think it's so obvious and it's so surprising to me that everyone I know likes to tell me how, oh, school's going to bring you respect. You can't talk to these people without having a degree. They're going to treat you like shit, blah, blah, blah. And then when I sit there in front of the people that you guys are talking about, they say the complete opposite. They say exactly what I say. Maybe because they can actually think. They always say don't take advice from people that you wouldn't want to trade seats with. It's just so apparent. I don't think school is bad for everyone. People need school. If you don't have a plan and you're not paying for school, go to school. Some people have to be workers, and that's why that advice is given. But, go to school, do a 401k, man. I'd rather risk it for the home run and risk being homeless than to settle for that. The standard operating procedure for life, what my parents want me to do and they beg me to do, is go to school, get the 401k, be safe, and then you could try and play around. They don't understand that I'm serious about this. That they think it's, when you have all that set, then you could mess around on the side. Bro, it's not the same. It's not the same. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? But I'm willing to be wrong. I don't care. I'm willing to be wrong. But, yeah, did I work hard enough today? I should have worked on the accounting spreadsheet a little bit more. What else? Yeah, the school thing really gets to me, man, because people look at you like a loser. Not like the people I'm talking about, like board members, but like I'm more concerned about the people I know, like my personal people I know, my firsthand like day-to-day life, But I shouldn't allow those people's voice in my head. I just hate dealing with it. I like to keep my life to myself. And right now, I'm, facing the risk of everyone's scrutiny through these videos if they do watch them. I'm also assuming that no one really is gonna watch it. This is more for me to be accountable and share thoughts, man. And when I do Uber, I just realize, man, like these other people's lives, I do not want their lives. It scares me. It really does. Seeing other people's lives, and then hearing what my parents say, like, yeah, if you drop out, you're gonna be like one of these people. It's not. They tell me like it's not gonna affect us. Like, it's okay. You can do whatever you want when you whatever, right? Yeah. When I see their lives firsthand, it scares me. I have these weird conversations with people, and like one guy was telling me about. It's not even that interesting of a story. I'm not gonna say that one, but it just scares me, dude. It scares me, and it makes me go harder. It pushes me. Maybe I'm not going hard enough. Who knows? 16, 17-hour day. But how much of that day should I allocate towards this versus that? You know what I mean? Accounting spreadsheet. Maybe I should dedicate all of tomorrow for the accounting spreadsheet and the law firm spreadsheet and the meeting. I wonder if that would take all day. But yeah, it's getting late. I'm gonna go eat and I'm gonna call it a day. If you're still watching, I appreciate you.